Here we are taking another shot at 1/8 inch rods. I did a video a while back where I put these W2 and mild steel rods in a canister with brightly contrasting nickel steel powder, then tiled everything up to get the on-end pattern across the length of the blade, but the final weld where I put on the blade material failed, so I just went back and did it again with a ladder pattern. And today I'm revisiting that project to see if I can get it right. So here I have stainless steel foil lining the interior of all four sides of my canister, and after much stacking of rods, I'm left with something that looks like this. Now you see a tiny sliver of flat steel in there. I'll grind that away later. It's just there to make the spacing correct for the rods. And here's our nickel powder. I don't have 15 and 20 powder right now. Sometimes I have that around, but I don't right now. So we're just using straight up nickel powder. Yeah, things didn't go quite as planned last time. So old Steve's got a score to settle. He's not going to take no for an answer. He's going to rowdy Roddy Piper all up in here. He's going to macho man it if that's what it takes, brother. Consider this job undertaken. Yeah, we got this all welded up. The canister's ready to go. Let's get it in the forge and see what we can do with it. Alright, it's all welded up, but it's still in its canister. So let's get it out of its canister. Great. Then we'll draw it out a little more, put it on the surface grinder, get it cleaned up, and then take it to the ferric chloride and check out our pattern. Looks good, looks good. Chevron looks good. Wait. Yeah, well, my sweet, sweet chevron pattern just took a DDT to the face. I was trying to Bobby Heenan, and instead I Jimmy Sharted. There's a light etching mild steel rod here where there should be a dark etching W2 one. Well, instead of tasting actual success here, we're just going to have to wing it, and we'll do sort of a low-grade twist here, and maybe I'll do a raindrop on the resulting build. I've never raindropped before, so let's do that. Let's see what happens. The plan is to cut this up and then stack it, but I don't really know how many times to do it. The ends aren't really twisted, so we're going to lose some steel there. I've sort of drawn this up for maybe 2 stacks or 3 stacks. I just went with 2 bars, and then I've got some edge steel on the end there. Right about now I caught my shirt on fire grinding a different knife. It happens. To me. Put our 3 pieces in a canister, which you can see here, and I'm pressing it together. The goal here with Raindrop is to expose more layers from the inner portion of the pattern. There wasn't a lot of twists there. It's a very low number of twists. So this will hopefully make things a little more interesting. I've never done a raindrop pattern before. I don't really like it. So we'll see. This may not be enough holes. So at this point in forging, I'm thinking about doing a ladder on here too. Because I'm just not sure that those raindrops are going to be interesting enough. I didn't do enough of them. That's sort of where I'm at this point.
I forged it to a 1/4 inch because that's how much it took to get the drill holes out of there. My plan was to go back and ladder it again to make things even cooler, add more variability. But if I grind in ladder and flatten it out, this is going to be like 1/8 of an inch thick. you know, I'm looking at a chef knife or something. And I really was, not that there's nothing wrong with a chef knife, but that wasn't really what I was aiming for. You know, I was trying to make something else out of this. I was really wanting to make sort of a utility knife, maybe a Skinner.
Yeah, I just can't take the pattern any further. I'm going to hammer in a bit of a tip here, and we'll go from there. It's just going to be what it's going to be. Let's roughly draw in our knife profile and see what we got to work with here. I'm going to do a little grinding before heat treat, but there's a lot of mild steel in here, so it's not going to be too bad to do after heat treat either. So, and there was also much tempering afterwards, so don't worry about that. I'm finding there's still some cold shuts from the Raindrop pattern. I didn't drill all the holes to equal depths, so I'm having to actually go back here and finish grinding out some of those cold shuts. So even after all that, those are some extra deep Raindrop holes there that I just couldn't grind out. It's a good thing they're in the handle. So knife material I have to choose from. I like this stuff over here, but I'm not sure natural is the way to go here. So this will look good on something, but I don't think natural is right for this knife. So get out of here. This stuff has been circulating on eBay and Amazon. It looks okay. Orange was the only color they had in stock. So that's what I got. Now that I get a close look at it, it's a no. This is Acrolester. I mean, it's just audacious. I mean, look, the audacity. The audacity. Look at it. Audacious. Yeah, it's peak Ric Flair is what that is. This is Dymolux. Never used it before, but it looks pretty cool when you grind down through it. It looks, again, it has sort of a natural layered wood type of look, only with some interesting colors in there. I don't like that it's bubbling. I have to be honest. I don't like this bubbling down here at the bottom. Can you guys see that in the glare? But I'll probably still give it a whirl. Not on this knife, but on something. So I saw some stuff on Etsy yesterday while I was looking around. I'm going to go ahead and order it. You guys ever order handle material online and it just arrives and it's not quite what it looked like or what you thought it would be? Once I get this sort of shaped up and halfway on the knife, it's clear it's just not what I was hoping for. So I'm going to have to put the knife in the etchant and weigh my options for handle material. Yep, I went back to the orange and black. So you guys just let me know in the comments section how you feel about that. I'm not sure exactly what I make of it, but at any rate, I got 3 counted out on the mat here for sure, but I'm going to come back to this project probably a third time, and I think I'll try to accordion out the billet this time and get the pattern on end in that way, because I've never tried that before, and it might be sort of fun. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments section below, and have a good one.